Hey everybody, Yankee here. Everyone knows I'm a big revolver lover, and they also know I'm a big Beretta lover. But one thing a lot of people seem to have forgotten is I'm also a big fan of SIG Sauer. Now, I haven't done a lot of videos on SIG Sauer lately because, frankly, they haven't put out anything I wanted. You know, it's mostly been P320 related stuff, which I'm not into polymer guns, or it's been the P365 stuff, which I'm not into smaller polymer guns. And they do occasionally put out something like the AXGs, which I like, and I actually bought, and I did a video on it. But now they've done a gun that I've wanted for a long time. In fact, I think I did a video on it at one point saying, I wish SIG would make this. For those of you that aren't aware, SIG made a very special edition gun, an M17, for the soldiers that guard the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. It is a beautiful gun. And now they are offering their, what they would call their retail version of this gun. You know, their ceremonial gun that is done in the vein of that special M17. But did they fall short? Did they make it good enough? Or did they kind of half-ass it? Is it just kind of a fancy AXG? Well, let's look at the actual original ceremonial gun that they made for the soldiers, and then let's look at the one that they're marketing now. All right, let's look at the features on the guns that were made for the soldiers. The main things that stand out is that diamond-like, high-polished coating on the all-steel slide and frame, or grip module in this case. They have a wooden insert into the grip module, not a full grip panel, but an insert with a special medallion on it. They have engravings under the dust cover, which say silence, respect, perseverance, or dignity. There is no rail. This is not a railed model, but it does have those engravings on the bottom of the dust cover, as I said. Also, it has those Roman numerals for the rear serrations, which I kind of like. It looks very cool. And I think one of the nicest features of the gun is it has that engraving from the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier on the plate for the RMR cut. That right there is a really nice touch. I love that. Now let's look at the new model that they put out to the general public and see where they did good and where they kind of fell short. First off, it is an all-metal gun. It's a stainless steel frame and a stainless steel slide, or like I said, a grip module instead of a frame in this case. And it does have a high gloss diamond-like coating on it. So that I like. That's good. Also, instead of having the all-metal grip frame with just an insert for some wooden medallions, it actually has it cut for a full grip panel, which I'm okay with that. It's more practical and allows you to change them more easily. But I wish that they would produce this gun with a black grip with a wood insert in it, so that it would look more like the gun. Even though it would have the ability to change out the grips, it would look more like the original. That's something I think they should have done. And hopefully that'll be taken care of by the secondary market or by SIG themselves later. The new gun also does not have the Roman numeral rear serrations. Now that is disappointing, but that seems very practical to me as well because, you know, how well do those Roman numerals work as serrations on a gun people might carry? So I think having the standard rear serrations is acceptable here. I would have loved to seen the Roman numerals, maybe done in a way that were a little more grippy than the original, but I can handle it being standard rear serrations. All right, one other change that they made is there's no engraving under the dust cover. And there is a rail now on the dust cover. So this gun is railed and has no engravings underneath. Now the rail, I'm okay with that because, you know, people, like I said, might carry this gun. They might want to put a light or something else on it. So I can understand why it makes the gun a lot more sellable to have that rail. Although I personally don't think every gun and its mother nowadays should have a rail on it. But in this case, they want to sell them, so they put a rail on it. And I'm pretty sure that because that rail is there, that's why they can't do the engravings. I personally would have much rather had one of the engravings, but I understand why they made this change. All right, now we're to the part where I think SIG really fell down. The one difference that I think is inexcusable. And I don't like their decision here. And that has to do with the engraving on the RMR plate. They didn't put the scene from the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier on there. That should be on there. That was one of the most beautiful parts of the actual ceremonial gun. The special gun the soldiers carry. That would make this gun feel much more like it honors those guns and those soldiers. So that's one thing I don't like, that they didn't put that on there. Now, that is something that could also be fixed by the aftermarket. Maybe it'll become available. Maybe SIG will start releasing them. We can buy them. Or maybe they'll eventually go, oh, yeah, we did a bad thing not putting it on there. And anybody who buys this gun will be like, yeah, we're going to send you one of these too, or put it in the box. Because I think it makes a lot more sense to have it on there, and I think it makes the gun more desirable to have it on there. So when you look at these two guns side by side, you can see that the biggest similarity between the two is the fact that it's got a high-polished DLC coating on an all-metal gun. That's really as similar as they are. That's the only thing SIG really got right. They really half-assed this. Now, if they produce that plate cover, that RMR cover with the engraving on it, then we're talking. If they make a set of standard grips that are maybe metal with a wooden insert in it to make it look more like the real guns, then maybe we're talking. Now, they can't do much about the engraved slide or the engraving under the rail, but I'm willing to overlook those if we get those other things, because then I think we'd still have a really nice ceremonial gun that I would love to have. But like I say, right now, I think they kind of half-assed it. Now, I don't know how much this gun is right now, but I'm betting that even though it's nothing special, it's going to be priced like it's something special. And without those other features, I just don't think it'll be worth it. And if they release it at just the regular price, which would be surprising, well then it's just another regular SIG. It's just that this one is nice and shiny. So they should just call it the shiny SIG, because when it comes to marketing it as an M17 ceremonial to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier guns, this gun falls way short.